An eATX capable case that doesn't cost an arm and a leg? Dare I say a value case, but actually worthy of putting an eATX motherboard in? No, this isn't a dream or fantasy. This is the Fractal Pop XL, and we're gonna cover that right now. Now, if you've watched our Fractal Design Pop Series overview video, which if you haven't checked out, you should right here, it's life-changing. Today we're focused on my favorite, and the first of the Pop Series we did a Robeytech live build on, which if that's already happened, you can see that right here on the Pop XL. But cases like the Corsair 5000D, the Phanteks Eclipse P500A, the XL, or bigger cases if you will, are wildly available, but they do come at a premium. For instance, the Corsair 5000D retails for around $175, but sometimes it's on sale for $150. Same with the Phanteks P500A. It retails for around $150 as well. But what if there was like a case this size with great airflow, but say $50 to $75 cheaper? That's crazy, right? Well, that's the Fractal Pop XL, a case that is part of Fractal's new Pop family of cases that was just released, and yes, it is much less than those other cases. What's the catch? Well, let's find out if there is one, shall we? Now, coming in with 4 different options, the Pop XL line of cases reveals the Pop XL Air RGB white at $109.99, RGB black at $109.99, and then you've got the Pop XL Silent Black Solid at $99.99 with clear tint at $99.99. Wow, whew, that's a tongue twister. Now, we mentioned Silent on the list. The Silent and Air models of these cases are pretty similar except for the max GPU clearance, which is 25 millimeters less if you use standard fans than the Air, due to the fact that the front panel is closed off and the fan is mounted on the inside, and most fans being 25 millimeters, hence the previous caveat. And that's it. It's designed to be a silent build, but you will lose airflow on a silent case given that the front and the top are closed off, which apparently that just means that you're more quiet. But enough about the Silent, let's talk Air. The case comes in at 522 millimeters by 230 millimeters by 520 millimeters. Weighing in at 23 pounds, made of steel, tempered glass, and plastic, the Pop XL Air is no slouch in sturdiness, or as a potential door holder for Fort Knox. The front I/O panel has 2 USB 3.0 Type A ports, a mic and headphone jack, and a push-button RGB controller. Now, there is an optional accessory you can buy to add in a USB-C to the front I/O panel if you choose, and those retail for around $8. But to include the USB-C on the front panel, like it's here, there's a port for it, but you need a cable to hook it up, is kind of new. Now, I'm not sure where I am on this one, but it's a reason this case costs are down. And frankly, it's starting to become standard on most motherboards, USB-C is anyway. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below if you're like, hey, I like the cost savings, or hey, this is kind of annoying. I'd love to get your thoughts. Now, the Pop XL Air has a front and top removable dust filter. There you go, so it's right here. There it is, front and top, as well as one for the PSU shroud, which is nice. The Air also comes with 4 Aspect 12 ARGB fans, the Silent coming with 3 Aspect 12 non-RGB fans. Now, 12 being 1200 RPM, by the way, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that a little later. Also, a cool little additional thing worth mentioning near the beginning of this review versus the end like I did on the Pop Air is that there's a hidden tray in the front of the case for storing like small accessories or thumb drives, and is held on by magnets and easy to get in and out, but it's also covered by a magnetic cover, so it looks like it's just a standard part of the case, like you probably didn't even know it was there. Now, with a versatile open design, the Pop XL supports motherboards up to eATX at 280 millimeters, which we tested with the MSI MEG Z690 Ace motherboard, and it fit perfectly. There are bridgeless expansion slots, 8 in total, to ensure that all the ports and vents are completely obstruction-free. There is even support for vertical GPU installs with the help of the Fractal Design Flex B20 vertical PCI riser cable, sold separately for about $46. Now, for your fan and radio support inside of the Pop XL Air, here it is. Let's start with fans first. You can do 6 120mm or 5 140mm in total, with 3 120mm or 2 140mm in the front, 2 120 or 140mm at the top, and a 120 or 140mm in the rear. For your radiators or your AIO support, you can do up to a 360mm or 280mm in the front. You can do up to a 240 or 280mm at the top. By the way, 280mm does work in this case, right here. Now here's our first example as to why it's a little bit less than, like, say, the 5000D or the P500A. There is no 360mm AIO support for top mounting. I hate AIOs. Air cooling for life. First off, I say we love all PC building people, even Mac gamers and builders. Wait, you know, I think they just throw systems away and just buy new ones, but we still love you. For you air-cooled fans, you can put a CPU air cooler up to 185mm in length, so that Noctua NHU12 will fit nicely. Any PSU up to 205mm in length will fit in your Pop XL Air, so like the Corsair RM1000X, no problem. A hamster on a hamster wheel, I don't think it's gonna like it in there. I mean, it's dark. I mean, yeah, there's some breathe holes, but yeah, I wouldn't do that. Storage capabilities are next on the list. You've got options for 4 3.5" / 2.5" drive mounts, and 3 of them are actually included. You got 4 dedicated 2.5" SSD mounts with 2 included using cool new mount system. And then you've got 2 5.25" drive bays for all you like super crazy people. Any GPU up to 455mm, which is a lot. Like pretty much any GPU will fit in here. And there you have it, the Pop XL Air specs inside and out. So let's cut to a beautiful B-roll montage, some sultry dulcet tones, and then see how this bad boy performs in the end, shall we? The build experience for the Fractal Pop XL. Unlike the Fractal Pop Air, this case doesn't need to be air-cooled only. Yes, you could do a 240mm AIO, but it was iffy. But in this case, you don't have to worry about it. You can top mount a 280mm AIO like we did with our MSI MEG Z690 Ace, and that means that like VRM clearance, it's not really a problem. It's not a big thing. Now this is a very easy case to build in, and just being smart with your cable management is kind of the only really big heads up worth mentioning. The only other thing I would mention is that for your USB-C and your USB 3.2, if you're using an EATX motherboard, you can do like what we did here and use one of those extensions instead of having that huge pop. It's just gonna look a little bit better. Okay, so the build experience was good, Robey, even with EATX motherboards. How about the cooling? Well, this was the only one of the 3 cases where we pushed the envelope and actually used a 12900K, and we thought, you know, honestly, we'd be okay cooling it with an Aorus Waterforce 280mm AIO. So let's kick it off with the CPU at idle. Things look good, sitting there, doing nothing, being bored. We saw the CPU sitting at 26 degrees in the open case and with an only 1 degree jump to 27 in the closed case. However, when we did put this bad boy on a hamster wheel, see, joke coming around, hey, that even worked too. We see things jump up to 72 in the open case, which was respectable, but it was crazy at 98 degrees in the closed case. Just check out these AIDA64 images. This AIO was swinging temps like crazy. Now, before we jump all over this thing, I want to remind you that this is an easy problem to fix with doing a simple replacement of the 1200 RPM fans for the case. These things just don't spin fast enough to really feed the AIO. If you don't want to do that and you're all about keeping things stock, you may be capped out on what you can put inside of this build from a CPU perspective. Now, as for the GPU, we used an EVGA RTX 3090 Ti. I mean, you gotta go big or go home, and there isn't much bigger than the 3090 Ti for the Win 3. Starting with idle, our EVGA RTX 3090 Ti was sitting at 43 in the open case and an almost 10 degree jump up to 52 in the closed case. Under load, however, things were managed very well, with temps jumping to 68 in the open case and only a 3 degree jump to 71 in the closed case. Not sure how well it would have handled the front mount AIO, but hey, some mysteries honestly are just left best unsolved. How about you tie this up with a bow for us, Robeytech? This case is capable of monster builds without having to have a monster budget for just your PC case. At $109.99, this case has an incredible base price point. And even though we have clear indicators like the fans as to what Fractal did to hit this price point. And even with the optional extras, this is gonna be cheaper than most, if not all cases in this category. There are an actual ton of cool extras for this build, like the tray in the front and the nice magnetic cover and like the unique SSD mount system. None of these were really needed, and all of these factor into the cost of the final chassis, but Fractal included these additional options while still keeping the same price, which is awesome. So if you're looking for a low cost, premium feeling, quality air-cooled case that supports eATX and only cuts the cost in the right places, but can still make your build look premium, then maybe look at the Fractal Pop XL. Okay, so there it is, guys. Now, what did you think of the Fractal Pop XL Air after our case review? Tell us your thoughts, and maybe you know what? You can win a little cash in the process. First and foremost, you need to leave a quality comment down below, along with liking and subscribing to the channel. Now, when I say quality comment, it doesn't need to be positive. It just needs to be something you liked or didn't like about the video, what surprised you, etc., about the build, the case, I don't know, whatever. Just not, I deserve to win, can I have a free PC, or something similarly weird or lame. You also need to ensure we have a way to reach you via your YouTube profile, like your email. So put your email in your YouTube profile, because we will be giving away $25 to one lucky comment below that is worldwide, as long as you can accept PayPal or Venmo. So, what are your thoughts on the Fractal Pop XL? What do you think of the price? What do you think about the ability to support an eATX motherboard and have it look premium? I think it looked premium at such a low cost. And what do you think about optional accessories, or would you rather just kind of have everything included? I'd love to know all of that and more down in the comments below. Now, while you're down there, make sure you slap that subscribe button, whip that like button, and ring that notification bell so you get a notification each and every time we post a new video right here on Robeytech. Now, did you know we have a live stream channel for special builds and events? In fact, we were gonna build, or we have already built in this case, so check out Robeytech Live down in the description below so you can like and subscribe to know when that video goes live, or any other build in new cases like this. Do you have questions about the Fractal Pop XL Air, or any other tech-related questions? And check out our amazing Discord server at discord.gg/Robeytech, filled with other tech and PC enthusiasts that love to share their thoughts and ideas on these very subjects. Are you looking for cheap tech? Then check out @Robeytech.com or @Robeytech Deals on Twitter, where we have our guy Tom scouring the internet for the best deals on all things tech, PC components, games, TVs, pretty much if it's tech related, you name it. Finally, you can follow me and my entire team on all the socials @Robeytech absolutely everywhere. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.